I've been surrounded by some of the greatest athletes of all time, and every one of them had their own unique formula for success. I'm Terry Bradshaw. Please join me as I leave the field for the boardroom in search of the best and the brightest people willing to share their viewpoints. Young innovators are bringing new technologies to the forefront of the energy sector. Let's take a closer look. North America relies on its electrical utility grid, and the demands that 21st century life places on it are growing by the day. The grid has served us well for decades, but much of the infrastructure is aging and in need of significant upgrade or replacement. A lot of old technology remains active in the system and is rapidly approaching the end of its useful life. These systems are susceptible to high winds, snow, freezing rain and ice. A toppling tree can take out an entire area's power supply and cause a system failure that can cascade through a vast region. Utilities nationwide are launching programs to make the grid more resistant to weather damage at a significant cost.
When you combine bare overhead wire with severe weather, power outages will occur. Consumers simply expect that they happen infrequently, and when they do, that they get resolved quickly. It's when they stretch from hours to days or even weeks that costs and frustrations rise dramatically.
Utilities are investing in the underlying integrity of the cable circuits themselves to prevent failure in the first place. Circuit reliability begins with the quality of the cable itself. Its construction and insulation must be able to endure anything the elements throw at it. The gold standard for circuit security is to bury the cable, but even that is subject to flooding from high water tables or seepage over time. Some power transmission corridors must even cross bodies of water, which means submerging electrical cables at the bottom of rivers, lakes, or oceans.
Kerite, in fact, is the only domestic supplier of underwater subsea cables. Last year, we installed a 3-mile cable between St. Thomas and St. John in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and this year in Michigan across a portion of Lake Charlevoix.
Founded in 1854 by a member of the storied Goodyear family, Kerite has been in the forefront of insulated underground and subsea cable development. Kerite provided one of the first underwater power cables in New York City in 1898, and the company was instrumental in supplying power to the Panama Canal in 1908.
Kerite has a strong record of reliability, especially in applications that expose the cable to moisture. This moisture resistance makes the cables ideally suited for burial underground, where the conduits eventually fill with water. With over a century of service to the utility market and decades in oil and gas, Kerite has proven its reliability.
With the depletion of easy-to-access deposits, the oil and gas industry now has to extend their reach by drilling deeper and using new directional drilling and fracking techniques. As they go deeper, drills, sensors, and submersible pumps encounter increasingly severe pressure, temperature, and corrosive chemicals. These projects are prohibitively expensive, and any downtime due to the equipment failure is costly. The cables used can be up to 4 miles in length and must be light and compact, yet durable enough to thrive under these punishing conditions.
As new drilling and extraction technologies unlock economic access to additional oil and gas deposits, the temperatures, pressures, and corrosivity encountered down well are only increasing. Yet the space within the well casing remains constrained. Our challenge is to increase performance using traditional cable geometries while maintaining quality and reliability.
The weakest links in any electrical cable circuit are the splices or connectors. So critical to the reliability of the circuit are these connections that Kerite will send its own team of qualified technicians to execute splices and terminations.
Kerite supplies cables from 3,000 volts up to 138,000 volts. Our cables power submersible pumps or are buried underground by utilities for power distribution. We are the only active U.S. supplier of subsea cable and among the few that can supply cable to the exacting standards of the U.S. nuclear market.
When reliability matters most, Kerite has the answer.